Welcome to the best of high school sports in Northern California. We are the B Prep Show.
And we're coming to you from Sacramento State, home of championship football.
Welcome back for another edition of the B Prep Show. I'm Mike Finnerty, joined as always by my co-host Joe Davidson, the Sacramento Bee, and we are coming to you from Sacramento State.
Home of the championship football, Mike. We got the Sac Joaquin Section football championships, Division I, Division II, great games. The Friday game was a deluge of rain. I have to hand it to you. You got just pounded. I think the drought is over. You took a lot of that water. I was up there comfortably in the press box, and I'm comfortable here with my Russian lid here. So,
but it's football time, and it's section championship time. We've got the Division I and Division II games. But we're going to start it off with our Les Schwab game of the week. It's Grant taking on St. Mary's. We head out to the campus of Sacramento State University for the Division II Section Championship featuring the 13-0 Grant Pacers, looking for their first section title since 2008, taking on the St. Mary's Rams of Stockton, also looking for their first title since 2008. And one of the stories of this game was the weather. Heavy rain early on. However, both teams battled through the conditions, and the first team to strike was Grant. This coming early in the second quarter on a DeAndre Whittington-Gray's 1-yard plunge, and it's 7-0 Pacers. St. Mary's would answer back late in the half when quarterback Noah Rigetti found his way in for the score. That tied it at 7-7, and that would be all the scoring we would see through the first two quarters of this game. Second half now, and what a way to get it started. Demetrius Ferguson's going to take the opening kickoff, and he is going to dart and weave his way through traffic. He finds some daylight, and he heads down the left side for what would finish up as a 94-yard touchdown, putting St. Mary's on top for the first time in this game at 14-7. On Grant's next possession, Pacer quarterback Donovan Brown looks downfield, and he finds his man Arion Huff from 41 yards out. What a catch, what a throw, and just like that, we're all tied up at 14-14. Some big plays in this game on both sides of the ball, including on the defensive side for Grant, with this 4th and 1 stop at the goal line. Big momentum changer. We're going to skip ahead now. Late fourth quarter, game still tied at 14 when the Pacers capped off an impressive drive that would finish with Brown taking it in himself for the 1-yard score on a 4th and goal. And that puts Grant back on top at 21-14 with 1:53 to go. Back comes St. Mary's, though. It's Rigetti going deep. He's going to hit Ferguson. He's going to take the ball inside the Grant 10 with over a minute to play. But as the clock wound down, the Grant defense would come up big. This pass goes incomplete on a 4th and goal, and that would all but do it. Grant gets the ball back, Brown takes a knee, and it's a final as the Pacers prevail 21-14 and celebrate their 7th section championship, their first title in 6 years, when they finished the season with a state title win over Long Beach Poly. Head coach Mike Albergini has been the head man for all 7 section championships, including 4 in the 1990s, and the Pacers are now back on top. 4 titles in Division I, 3 in Division II, and it was all smiles after the big win and the hope of getting a call to play in the Division I Northern California Championship.
There's not much more you can say about. We've played 11 playoff teams in our schedule, and a lot of teams that had 0, 1 loss at different times, and we withstood them all. So, I mean, I'm really proud of this group. It was a very special group, and, you know, we're not through yet, so we'll just see. We're going to have to play better, but I'm happy with where we are right now.
Very happy, man. We not done yet, though. You know, we're not done yet. We still got more to go. You feel me? We still want most likely Folsom or De La Salle next week. We got a long ways to go still. Two more weeks, and I'm just very proud for my team, man. Lions stepped up in big moments, especially our defense. They say our DBs are suspect, but clearly they stepped up at the end and had a big stop to win the game by 7 points.
I've been injured most of the season. To come back with my brothers and win this, it feels good. We've been working for this since we was freshmen. We've been playing Pop Warner everything. We've been trying to get this ring for the longest.
This is a good win. We stopped them on the goal line twice, so I mean, we came out as a team hard, so I'm proud of that.
This is unexplainable. It's the best feeling I've ever had in my life. man, I'm just thankful for all my teammates and everybody that supported us through the rough times because, Grant hasn't been back here for a while. It feels real good.
All right, Joe, another championship for Grant, their first in quite some time.
Yeah, and it's 7 section championships overall for Mike Albergini. It's a great shot that you had where they chased him down to dump the Gatorade on him. You could see his profound pride. He's excited. He lives for those Pacers, and he says, hey, we're a Pacer for life. It's a mentality. We want to bully teams in a legal sense, and this is a team 14-0 and has earned it. It's been a while since they won a section championship, 2008. Great team again with basic football, running with power, and Donovan Brown with a little bit of balance there. So outstanding Pacer group, one of the best they've ever had.
Yep, a great undefeated season so far, and I know they want more. You heard that from the players. All right, Joe, we've got the Division I game now, and the area's #1 team all year long, one of the best in the state, the Folsom Bulldogs, taking on Tracy. We head back out to Sacramento State for the Division I championship on a Saturday night showdown where the Folsom Bulldogs were looking to make it 3 straight Division I titles, taking on the Tracy Bulldogs, a team just hoping to keep this game close. But this one was all Folsom, and we would see a new national record set by Bulldogs quarterback Jake Browning. To the action we go, and it's Folsom scoring on its first possession of the game with Browning taking it in from a yard out, and it's 7-0 Folsom. Later in the first, Browning, he's going to roll right and find Jake Jeffrey for the score, and it's now 14-0. How about Browning again, doing what he does so well, finding the end zone, this time to Parker Boone to make it a 21-0 game by the end of the first. All right, late in the half, Folsom up 24-0 when Browning goes to Cole Thompson in the corner of the end zone. A great catch by Thompson, and that pass puts Browning at 217 career touchdowns, 2 away from tying the national record and 3 away from breaking it, so the watch is on. Midway through the third quarter, Browning, he's going to go back to Thompson, this time across the middle, and Thompson has nothing but open space. This one will go for 88 yards and another Folsom touchdown, and it's 38-0, and Browning is 1 away from tying the touchdown mark. Third quarter now, still, it's Browning, this time to Josiah DeGuara, and that one is going to tie the national record at 219 touchdown passes in only 3 seasons for Browning. Fans stand and cheer, and there's a sense now that the record will fall. So, late in the game, under 2 minutes to go, an opportunity for Browning and to get that record and put it behind him, and he gets it done. He hits Jake Jeffrey, and there it is, a new national touchdown passing record of 220, breaking the old mark of 219 set by Matty Mock of Kenton, Ohio from 2008 to 2011. And in the end, Folsom's going to get this by ease, 55-7. Just another day at the office for Browning, who passes for 387 yards, 6 touchdowns. He also ran for another, while the Bulldogs captured their 6th section title, their 4th in the last 5 years. Folsom was happy for the win, but the talk afterward was about Browning and the record.
Man, that's unreal, right? 220 plus touchdowns coming. Jake's one of a kind, but again, it takes a whole team. Jake will be the first one to tell you about that. O-line, receivers, a great defense, and 3 years of consistency. I mean, the guy's never been hurt, started every game. He's got an unbelievable accuracy on the ball. He's one of a kind and special, and I'm pretty proud to be a part of that.
Really happy for the team to get the 3rd section championship. That's huge for us. That's one of our biggest goals every year is to come in and compete for a section championship, and I thought we did exactly that. Stayed healthy luckily and worked really hard, and it's a credit to the coaches and everybody.
He's such a great kid, to be I think the most successful high school quarterback in the state of California history, and now on tops in the nation with the most touchdown passes. There's not a more deserving guy that's worked harder and keeps it in perspective. It's a really special kid and a great record.
I don't really care about my stats, but it is a milestone, and I'm very fortunate.
All right, Joe, a big congratulations to the Folsom Bulldogs, humble in victory as they always are, and that's because they have bigger plans by far.
Yeah, and this is a program that won a state championship in 2010 and has wanted to get back there since. Ran into De La Salle, the national superpower from Concord, each of the past 2 years in the NorCal Open. That game is no longer around. We'll refresh that later in this show. We're wondering, hey, where's De La Salle? You're talking about Grant Folsom. Where's De La Salle? De La Salle's still around. But, Folsom, it all starts with a humble, good-natured, team-first mentality. And it's not a cliche. It's genuine. It starts with Jake Browning, the Sacramento Bee Player of the Year last year, the 2-time state Gatorade Player of the Year. He's got national records. He's got state records. And he'll say, hey, it's not me. It's not my records. I have receivers. I have linemen. When you have that kind of humility That's pretty impressive. You got players who've overcome injuries. You got dominating linemen. You got great coaching. This is a juggernaut. It's fun to watch. It's great for Northern California.
All right, folks, don't go away.
This is your RAM Auto Update.
Just in, the classic term used car is old-fashioned, outdated, and no longer of any particular relevance. Let's party. The Roseville Auto Mall is throwing a massive factory-certified pre-owned sales event. That means incredible savings on just about every kind of car in the world. All factory certified. It's happening now. It's going fast. In layman terms, skedaddle. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
We want to thank our title sponsors, Save Mart Supermarkets. Shop Save Mart up and down the Central Valley.
Welcome back to the best of high school sports in Northern California. Big emphasis right here in Sacramento, brought to you by our good friends from Save Mart. We are the B Prep Show. Watch this.
Ah, that's good. I like it. I like it. I love that logo.
A lot of high school sports going on. We're at Sacramento State for the football championships. We'll talk more football later in the show, but girls basketball is so good around here in Northern California in the Sac Joaquin section. We have teams up Highway 50 corridor in El Dorado Hills, in Placer County, and in the city. You bounced around the regions and found out we're loaded for some girls basketball this year.
We are. We're going to preview some of the top players and teams. So let's start off with some teams right now. And we're going to talk to the Del Oro Golden Eagles. I got a chance to catch up with them. And, Joe, they're going to be good. They bring back 2 quality posts, and Hannah Jordan and Lauren Hine. They make that team go. And back is the guy we know, once again, Mike Takayama.
Yeah, he's such a good coach and a proven coach. And he wants another section championship. He's greedy. In a good way.
And he has good reason to be. All right, here's my visit with the Del Oro Golden Eagles. Del Oro came up short in last year's Division II semifinal to Sacramento, and with talent back on offense, defense is certainly the focus.
Offensively, I think we have a lot of great options, but defensively, the last couple of years, I thought we haven't played Del Oro defense, and so hopefully this year we're going to play much more a good solid brand of defense, and I think you kind of see that with the Kings at times too. They're focusing on their defense, and it's made them a much more consistent team, and that's what we hope to do as well. And always helps when you have Lauren in the middle, taking away the middle away from the other teams. So
back are a pair of post players and seniors Hannah Jordan and Lauren Hine, and for Hine, having the core back will give the team the lift they need.
Yeah, it's a definite confidence booster. We know that the level we have to play to succeed in where we are in the playoffs and wherever we're going in season. And I think that it also raises the level of play of the people coming up, and it will just raise our game altogether.
Jordan doesn't reflect much on last year. The focus is this season and the same goals as always.
I think so. I think we have a really good shot this year. I mean, we're D1. I don't know what Sac High is, but that doesn't matter. We're still going to bring the same intensity, D1 mentality all the time. So, I mean, we have a really, really good shot. That's our big goal, is to get that section championship, go to NorCals, go deep in the playoffs.
All right, Mike, good stuff there in Placer County with the Del Oro Golden Eagles. Been around a long time, always going to be a factor. So are the Oak Ridge Trojans up Highway 50 in El Dorado Hills, state champions 2010. Coach Steve White wanted to have that painted on his floor. He wants them to see that all the time. This is a championship contender again. What stands out?
What stands out is they lose 2 quality players in Allie Bentoncourt and Jen Hoffman, but they bring a lot of talent back, and Coach White, he's got a glimmer in his eye for this team. It's another year back at the helm for Trojans head coach Steve White, now in his 19th season, and White is still having fun after all these years.
It's the relationships you build with the team, and the kind of the chemistry and the fun times that you have, and just watching them go from freshmen and kind of starry-eyed, out on the basketball court, developing into young women who are leaders, and develop the life lessons along the way. I just like to see them be successful, and try to help them get there, and learn a lot from them as much as they might have learned from me.
As for this year's team, they have to replace 2 key players in Allie Bentoncourt and Jen Hoffman, and they'll do it as a group.
Off the court, we pretty much all just are clicking together. We have great chemistry, and with Allie and Jen being gone, we don't have any superstars. We're all role players, and we all can score, and it's just good. No
matter who is on the team each season, players graduate and move on, and the expectations are always the same.
It pushes us more in practice to exceed and go over our expectations. Oak Ridge always has these high expectations to live up to, and I feel like it's going to be a good year.
Just like Del Oro, Oak Ridge is also looking forward to the new look SFL.
It'll be good to play some new teams or There are some really good teams coming up. We got Nevada Union, Del Oro, and it's going to be good to see some new faces, and it's going to be fun.
All right, we're only halfway through. We still have more hoops. We've got more football, so don't go away.
There's a history you feel when you visit any of the Von Hausen automotive dealerships. You'll sense the quality of Mercedes-Benz, and you'll experience the low-pressure atmosphere that comes from 2 generations of family ownership. Mercedes-Benz of Sacramento, Mercedes-Benz of El Dorado Hills, and Mercedes-Benz of Rockland. 3 great reasons to drive one of the world's best automobiles. Come feel the difference or visit vonhausen.com.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, starting with Save Mart Supermarkets, where fresh comes first. Shop at Save Mart up and down the Central Valley. Schools Financial Credit Union, banking for everyone, value, convenience, and emerging technology. Von Hausen Automotive Group, celebrating 50 years with Mercedes-Benz. Stop dreaming and start driving. Roseville Auto Mall. If you're looking for a used car, go to the Roseville Auto Mall with over 6,000 vehicles to choose from. And Les Schwab Tires. Since 1952, we promise we'll get you more for your money.
All right, welcome back to the best of high school sports in Northern California. We are the B Prep Show, brought to you by our good friends from Save Mart. I know you want me to do this again.
That's nice. Yeah. Look at that. Look at us showing off our jackets. You know, we shed the blazers this week. We thought
we're outdoors.
Yeah, why not? Of course, you've got the beanie. I don't even know if it's B Prep Show related, but we'll let you wear it.
It's sponsored.
Yeah,
it's sponsored.
Okay.
But a lot of football coming up. We're going to tease onto some of the programs to look for in the NorCal playoffs: De La Salle, Folsom, Grant, those kind of things. But a lot of basketball going on, and you got to sit down and catch up to one of the very best players in all of Northern California, and he's up in Roseville at Wood Creek High School.
Yeah, good to catch up with Noah Blackwell, and here's this week's Schools Financial Credit Union Game On Athlete of the Week. One of the premier basketball players in not only Sacramento, but in the state, is Wood Creek's 6'2", 185-pound guard Noah Blackwell. High expectations were placed on Blackwell dating back to his freshman year, but now Blackwell is a senior, his college choice is made, and now he chases what has eluded him, a chance to make it to the playoffs.
It's really important. It's a goal of mine ever since I've lost last year to Granite Bay by 6 or 3. With that 3 at the end was killing. I'm just trying to get there with my teammates, so I've been working hard on the offseason trying to get there.
Being a high-profile high school player these past 3 years has certainly had its ups as well as its downs, but Blackwell has put it all in perspective.
The spotlight is fun sometimes, but it's also dark path sometimes because people are always calling you out. But it's okay because you just got to focus, and there's bigger and better things out there. You can't really focus on all the haters or anything because you're just doing your part and trying to be the best you can.
This year, Blackwell has a teammate who comes in as a highly touted freshman, someone who will help carry the load, and the team is excited.
Jordan Brown, 6'9" freshman. He came in, with high expectations, which he's been living up to ever since he got injured, but he'll be back soon. We're just playing on a great year, and I'm excited and stoked for everybody.
As a national college recruit, it was never a matter of whether or not Blackwell would play, but where he would play. And in November, Blackwell signed his letter of intent, and he'll stay in California.
Long Beach State, because of the coaches, they've been recruiting me ever since my freshman year. I've been talking to them. Coach Mike Scholl, he's been here ever since. He's came out to all the games that he can make. I visited down there. I loved it, playing with the players, and I know a couple players that are going up there. LaRon, he played on my AAU team superstar over the summer, and we just really clicked. So I really like the atmosphere and all the people that are around there.
So with all the talent on this year's Wood Creek squad, just how far can this Timberwolves team go?
State. I believe we can win state. A lot of people have doubted us, but I'm really feeling it this year, and I can't wait to get after it.
All right, Mike, good stuff with Noah Blackwell. A lot of pride. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They're angry. They're motivated. He's got a 6'9" teammate, a freshman. How about that for skill? And Noah, I love your hair, man. I wish I had that kind of locks there. But all right, girls basketball of note. Sacramento Dragons coach Michelle Massari has won a lot of section championships, been king of the Metro League. We're going to have a little competition with the McClatchy Lions, a big rival. But what do you like about the Sac High Dragons?
Well, they've got a star player, and you know who she is, Alicia Hernandez. She is going to make this team go. Coach Masseri told me she could be the best leader she's ever had for any of her teams at Sac High. That's saying something.
Yeah, and they've had Brittany Shine is at Cal, and so many other players. Brittany Shine was a Sacramento Bee Player of the Year. Michelle Masseri is very demanding, and she's got a great motto. If you don't want to play defense and hustle, you'll sit right next to me on the bench. So you know what they do? They play defense and hustle.
Yeah. Well, here is my visit with the Sac High Dragons. The Sacramento Dragons are coming off back-to-back Division II section championships, but it's a new-look team this year.
Graduated 5 seniors that all went D1, and so we've got a lot of new faces, some transfers, some young ones. So it's going to be a year where we take our bumps and have to teach the heck out of them and really be patient, which, you know, I'm not always have that patience, but I'm really going to have to work on that this year and really just teach, go back to all the basics.
Back for the Dragons, though, is junior guard Alicia Hernandez, and Coach Masseri speaks highly of Hernandez.
Probably the best leader I've ever coached, just so fiery, competitive, hates to lose, not afraid to take a shot, not afraid to get on her teammates, but she's also encouraging. She's really embracing that role as one of the top players on the team.
With Hernandez now entering her 3rd year as a starter, she sees big things for the Dragons despite the change in personnel.
I think that we could be one of the best teams out that's been played at Sac High, honestly. It's about working hard. So we're small, but we're fast. So it's gonna be all about working hard this year and, you know, doing the right things. It's all about details.
So, Coach, is ending up at Sleep Train Arena still the plan this year?
Yeah, so that's the goal, and again, you know, I think people don't think we're going to be very good because we've lost so many people, but again, we're going to coach the heck out of them, and they're going to work hard, and that's going to be a given.
All right, Mike, always good to catch up with Michelle Masseri. A lot of pride there, and she's fierce, and she's pride, and she knows she's got another good team. Yeah. But the best team in the Sacramento Bees preseason rankings, McClatchy Lions, also in that Metropolitan League with the Sac High Dragons. But what do you like about McClatchy besides everything?
Yeah, well, besides everything, they bring back basically everyone. I got a chance to catch up with them last week. They're a team ready to get this thing started. The McClatchy Lions went 26-5 last year and captured the Metro League title, but the Lions fell to St. Mary's in the Division I section semifinal. This year, expect to see the same talented team back.
We're bringing 10 players back, and we only have 10, so it's all 10 returners, so it's a lot easier. We started out on a step forward than everyone else because we're using a lot of the same things. We're just building now. So
one of the top players in the area is junior forward Gigi Garcia, and she says her team is ready.
Definitely ending it like we did. We wish we would have gone further, and so this year we're definitely motivated and ready for who we come up against.
With Garcia and Destiny Lee controlling the paint, sophomore Jordan Cruz will look to build on her standout freshman year.
She's attacking a lot more now, so she has an outside shot and she can drive and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, and that's what we're looking for her.
Her shot was already great, and she's improved it more, going to the basket more, defense. I think she's overall improved for sure.
One more segment left in the show. It's back to football. We're going to talk about some of the NorCal games. Probably talk a lot of Folsom, I would think. Maybe some Grant in there, who knows? But no, definitely Folsom. And we'll wrap it up.
A credit union is a not-for-profit member-owned financial institution. Can your bank say that? Demand more from your financial institution. Make the switch to Schools Financial Credit Union for low loan rates, state-of-the-art technology, making accounts accessible anytime, anywhere, and more ATMs than most major banks. Anyone who lives, works, or worships in Sacramento and its surrounding counties is eligible to join. Be part of the credit union difference and bank happily ever after with Schools.
We want to thank our title sponsors, Save Mart Supermarkets. Shop Save Mart up and down the Central Valley.
All right, Mike, welcome back to the best of high school sports. We are the B Prep Show here at Sacramento State. A little cold, so I got my beanie on. It's better than what it was the other night when you were there in the rain and deluge. I think the drought is over. You took all that rain on. We're going to talk Northern California Football Regional Championships, Folsom, Grant, all that good stuff. But we got more athletes to talk about first.
Yeah, we have a couple athletes to honor as we do every week with our Von Hausen Stars of the Week. This week's Von Hausen Stars of the Week are Donovan Brown of Grant and Josiah DeGuara of Folsom. Brown, the 5'10", 170-pound senior quarterback for the Pacers, was the key to the offense in Grant's 21-14 win over St. Mary's. Brown made several big plays through the air, including the game-tying touchdown, and then called his own number for what proved to be the game-winning score. As for DeGuara, the 6'3", 205-pound senior was one of several receivers with big performances in Folsom's 55-7 win over Tracy. DeGuara was a consistent target in the middle of the field, finishing with 116 yards receiving to go with a team-high 10 receptions and 1 touchdown. The Folsom Bulldogs are an offensive juggernaut and have been for years. With national recruits, a big-time offensive line, and a quarterback who was a 2-time state player of the year, one name that can get lost in the mix is that of senior wide receiver Cole Thompson, and he leads the team in receiving yards and touchdowns, and being out of the spotlight is okay with him.
I mean, it's not like I care if I'm in the spotlight, but, you know, camera's always on Jake, on Cody, and I kind of like it, to be honest, kind of being behind the spotlight and you know, just going out on the field and showing people what I'm made of.
Thompson is more than just a football player, though. He's also a scholar, and next year he'll be playing football for Harvard.
Coach Richardson reached out. He said, "Hey Cole, are there any schools that you're looking at?" And I told him Harvard was one of them, and so Harvard contacted him, told me, and then from there it was just they really liked me, and it's a dream school.
Folsom co-head coach Troy Taylor feels Thompson is the epitome of a student athlete.
4.3 GPA going to Harvard, exceptional person, a great spirit about him, always upbeat, competitive, and he has great speed, and those are all rare things, and he has them all.
With Folsom now 1 victory away from advancing to the Division I state championship, Thompson and his teammates are inching closer to realizing a dream.
Every high school athlete, their goal is state. And when we won it back in 2012, you know, just looking up to those guys, and that really brought the community together, and those guys were role models. So I think we all want to be that to Folsom, and you know, bring back a state title, and it'll go down in history. You know, always be remembered as the 2014 state team.
I think we got great football in the Sac Joaquin section. We've seen that in the past. It's really come together now. Folsom, Grant. When you think about Northern California football, it starts with De La Salle. The powerhouse program from Concord is in the open division. Just let the #1 team overall in Northern California go straight to the bowl. Can't argue with it. But the other divisions, really good. Folsom's big time. Grant's big time. It's going to stay this good. It's not dropping off next year. I think it's outstanding.
All right, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.